just really excited by the potential of this club. Obviously, it has a huge football club that backs it, a championship-winning football club. I like the idea that the project really was still at a very early stage, and I felt that I could build a brand that was, you know, the same as the football club, but for basketball. So that was a very exciting challenge that was posed to me, and I felt it was the right situation for an exciting time in basketball in Indonesia. Overall, my philosophy is to play up-tempo style of basketball, aggressive defensively, very dynamic defensively as well, with multiple defenses, but very up-tempo and allowing creativity and freedom for the offensive players. So hopefully you'll see this as a kind of a brand of basketball that we can associate to Bali United. I mean, obviously, you know, any type of success with a team is about bringing a group of players together to unite them and to give them purpose. And with NSH, I was able to find a group of players that believed in my philosophy and also came together, improved their level of play individually and collectively. And we've made some great results, and that put us into an incredible position in the playoffs. But you're right, that's something that I hope that we can show here at Bali United as well. Well, I mean, you know, any of those teams that were in that main group, you know, the tough group, which Bali United and NSH were a little bit unlucky, because I think if Bali United had gone into the other group, they would have made the playoffs. So that's the first thing to say. There's incredible potential on the roster here. My job is to try to maximize that potential of the roster, potentially make some additions to it, and then bring those players together, raise their level of play. But I was super impressed. I mean, we knew that they were one of the top teams in the competition going into it. And for me, those games were very hard, especially the second game where I lost to Bali. Well, I mean, each season is different. So you can't just say, you know, there were many issues last year that ended up with the results for any of those teams. And Bali suffered injuries and bad luck in certain games, very close games. My job as a coach is to bring this group of players together, like I said, to maximize each day and make them better players each day, and then make the team better each day. And then our goal, obviously, is to make it into the playoffs when the IBO season starts. But for me, our job first is to build an identity and to really make everyone that's associated to the club proud of Bali United Basketball. That's my first job. And then I think the results, when the players realize this and start understanding, the results will come from that situation. It's not a fair comparison. Certainly, European basketball is extremely strong. So the leagues that I coached in Europe would be considerably stronger and more professional. And of course, in Japan, that's an extremely professional league at this moment. But Indonesian basketball is extremely on the up. And in the whole of Southeast Asia, many countries are very scared of where Indonesia can be. And I hope that I can be part of it, being part of Bali United, in growing the game, the popularity, and the level of professionalism in the league. So I'm very, very excited to be here and for that journey to continue for Indonesian basketball. Yeah, I mean, as a young coach, I was very influenced by Rick Pitino, who's coached many teams, very famous American college coach. and he went into the professional ranks as well in the NBA. I liked his pressing, trapping style, multiple defenses. So I took a lot of those factors from there. Of course, as coaches, we always look at Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich and Abramovich, even in Europe and stuff, which we all try to copy and emulate certain things. Coaching is about emulating a lot of things that you see from other coaches anyway and bringing it into your own team and hopefully maximizing it from there as well. So there are a number of coaches that have influenced me as a coach.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah, that's a great question. I was extremely fortunate to go to a school and with my own friends in a very small community in London. We ended up with a teacher that taught basketball, and this was something when basketball wasn't a big sport, and we became very successful. We won a lot of national championships and we went to America to high school, and so we were very, very lucky to learn the game at a very young age, and that kept on happening. I kept on meeting different people who influenced my career and ended up pushing me into a career of professional basketball. But of course, someone from the UK and London and England, football is #1 and #2 and #3 and #4 sport. So it's obviously an interesting life to be someone that's involved in basketball and not football in the UK. Of course, there's no favourite football club in England. You have to be part of one team, and my team is Tottenham Hotspur. I was born and raised a couple of miles away from there, and was very lucky from the age of 8 or 9 to go to the stadium on a regular basis and watch those games live. So I mean, I'm a big fan of the south of the island, Uluwatu. I just like the quietness and the natural beauty of that. But of course, Ubud and the waterfalls, like all of those type of places. But even myself, I mean, you could live here for 10 or 15 years and still not fully get to all of the great destinations on the island, and I hope that one day I will be able to like drive and go all the way around the island in the car. So that's my main goal in the next year, is to try to do that. I mean, for sure, you know, the destination, this isn't just a top destination in Indonesia, this is a world destination. So the lifestyle we're living here, we should all be thankful and happy that we live here, because it is an incredible place to live with an incredible lifestyle. So I'm very, very fortunate that's why that I'm here as the head coach of the club. Satay. Satay, yeah. Okay. I will go to the first game, hopefully this Saturday, to watch the team play. But to me, when you become part of an organization, it happens to be that they're the best soccer club in the country. But even if it was something else, it's really important to support the rest of the organization. And so, you know, I will make it my goal to be at as many games as possible to support the football club. And I hope that eventually we will be able to get some of the football players to watch the basketball team play when we start hosting some games here. That's a great question as well. It's one of the reasons why I did come here. You know, our ultimate goal is to produce a championship winning team. That's not going to happen, you know, in the first year. It may not even happen in the second year. Our first year we were aimed to get into the playoffs, and the second year to start pushing into the top 4. But we want to create a championship winning team. At the same time, we also want to create a championship winning mentality off the court, and we want to start to become a very big part of the community, so the community understand that there's a basketball team as well as a football team. So we have some very big plans for, you know, off-court activities like the academy, and also potentially building a new arena so that the fans can come to watch the games in a very, very good place. So I'm very excited about this project, because I think that it's not just about the first 1 or 2 years. I want to leave a legacy here for the future, like the football team is doing at this moment. I've already given the message to the team. You know, we're trying to build something that's sustainable and that has a real base, and that's not going to happen overnight. So we want to be dynamic. We want to be improving every single day. So my message is to the players and to the fans and to the people of Bali United as an organization. You know, what I say is always trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust in your team, okay? And that's what's going to give us the success in the future.